You didn't just find this, you were led here, not as poetry, not as entertainment, but as something closer to truth. Because the exact combination of exhaustion and quiet hope that made you click on this, that specific heaviness sitting in your chest today, the silence around you right now, that isn't random. Something in you knew, before your mind could even form the words. Something deeper recognized it, that tonight required this, that you needed to hear something you haven't been able to say to yourself. So pause for a second and really listen. Everything is going to work out, not in that vague, distant way people say just to soften the pain. Not someday or eventually. I mean specifically, precisely, in ways that will one day make this waiting make sense, in ways that will make you look back at this exact version of you, tired, uncertain, holding on by threads, and feel something so close to gratitude, it will bring tears to your eyes, because the life that is coming has already taken everything into account. Every delay, every rejection, every moment you knocked on a door that never opened. None of it was wasted. Nothing was taken from you. It was all added, quietly, invisibly, intentionally. But still, you've been worried. Of course you have. And let's be honest for a moment. Worry isn't weakness. It isn't a flaw in your character. It isn't a failure of belief. It's simply a story your nervous system tells you when it confuses waiting with losing. Read that again. Worry is your mind trying to protect you from pain that hasn't happened, and in most cases, never will. So it prepares. It rehearses the worst case scenario over and over again, just so nothing can catch you off guard. And it does this so subtly, so constantly, that you can spend entire seasons of your life bracing for something that was never coming. Think about that. Entire mornings lost, entire conversations half-lived, entire rooms full of joy, where you were physically present, but mentally somewhere else, running calculations, expecting impact. You don't have to live like that anymore, because something is already moving on your behalf. Not because you've been perfect, you haven't. Not because you've always been strong, you weren't. Not because you felt worthy every single day, you didn't. That's not what this is about. There is something about life, something deeper in its structure, that bends, slowly, patiently, toward the good of those who keep going. And you did. You kept going. Through days that asked more from you than you thought you had. Through nights where simply not giving up was your greatest victory. You showed up, even when you felt empty. And that is not small. That is everything. The life waiting on the other side of this chapter isn't a reward for someone who never struggled. It's something built, carefully, in the exact shape of your endurance. The peace coming toward you fits perfectly into the space carved out by your chaos. The joy ahead of you has depth because of the pain you've known. You are not being handed a consolation prize. You are being prepared for something that required this version of you. And here's the part you might not fully believe yet. You are already that person, right now, in this moment, exactly as you are. Even the timing, the part that felt unfair, delayed, almost cruel, it isn't wrong. It's precise, not despite what you've gone through, but because of it. Every piece is being placed, every connection is forming, every version of you that needed to fall away has already begun to dissolve. You may not see the full picture yet, but you've felt it, haven't you? That quiet, stubborn feeling underneath everything, beneath the anxiety, beneath the exhaustion, that voice that refuses to disappear. It whispers, not yet lost, not yet finished. Something is coming. That voice isn't imagination. It's not false hope. It's information. So here's all I'm asking you to do. Just one thing. Nothing complicated. Nothing that requires discipline or perfection. Just this. For the next few moments, let the worry be wrong. Not forever. Just right now. Let it be possible, even for a second, that what you fear isn't coming. That the thing you've been bracing for won't happen. And instead, something better is already on its way. Let yourself consider that maybe this isn't the end of your story. Maybe this is the turning point. Maybe the best chapter doesn't begin with everything going right. Maybe it begins with you, exactly as you are, choosing to trust what you cannot yet see. Now, pause again. Not the kind of pause where you're still scrolling, not the kind where your mind is already jumping to the next thing. A real pause. Let the noise settle for a moment. Let everything soften, just a little. And now, say this, not casually, not out of habit, not like words you've heard before, and forgotten just as quickly. Say it like it matters. Say it like something in you is ready to finally believe it. I release what I cannot control, and I trust that what is meant for me is already on its way. Say it again, slower this time. I release what I cannot control, and I trust that what is meant for me is already on its way. Feel that? There's something happening in that space. Something subtle, but real. Because for so long, you've been holding on to outcomes, holding on to expectations, holding on to timelines that didn't unfold the way you thought they would, holding on to the need to make everything make sense. And it's been heavy, heavier than you let people see, heavier than you even admit to yourself sometimes. That quiet weight you carry into your days, into your conversations, into your sleep, always there, always just beneath the surface. But right now, right here, you're allowed to put it down. Not because everything is suddenly fixed, not because every answer has appeared, but because you were never meant to carry all of it alone. That constant tension, that need to control every outcome, that pressure to figure everything out before it unfolds, it was never yours to hold forever. So let this be the moment where your shoulders drop a little, where your breath deepens, even slightly, where you stop gripping so tightly to things that were never fully in your hands to begin with. You don't have to solve your entire life tonight. You don't have to have it all mapped out. You don't need every answer. You just need this moment, this breath, this release, this small, quiet decision to trust. And I know, trust feels risky because you've been disappointed before, because things didn't go the way you hoped, because you've learned to brace yourself, just in case. But listen carefully. Not everything ahead of you is going to repeat what's behind you. Not everything is another version of the same pain. There are things unfolding right now that you cannot yet see. Things aligning quietly, doors preparing to open, moments already on their way to you that will shift everything. Even if you don't believe it fully yet, let the possibility exist, because something inside you already does. That quiet part of you that hasn't given up, that still hopes. Even after everything, that part of you knows, and it's been waiting for you to catch up. So say it again, one more time, but this time, feel the weight leaving your body as you do. I release what I cannot control, and I trust that what is meant for me is already on its way. You are not falling behind. You are not missing your chance. You are not too late. You are in a moment that is preparing you, even if it doesn't look like it yet. And yes, it's been hard. Yes, it's been confusing. Yes, there were nights where you questioned everything, but you're still here, still breathing, still moving forward, even if it's slowly, still choosing, again and again, not to give up. That matters more than you think, more than any perfect plan, more than any perfect timing. And hear this clearly. It's going to be okay. Not in a shallow way, not in a temporary, just get through it way, but in a deep, grounding, undeniable way. The kind of okay that reaches into every part of your life and settles things you didn't even realize were unsettled. The kind of okay that brings clarity where there was confusion, peace where there was tension, lightness where there was weight. And not just okay, better than you've allowed yourself to imagine. Because somewhere along the way, you stopped expecting too much. You learned to prepare for less, to avoid disappointment. But what's coming doesn't fit inside those smaller expectations. It's bigger, softer, more aligned, more you. So for now, let yourself rest. Not the kind of rest where your body stops, but your mind keeps racing. But real rest, the kind where you stop fighting the moment, the kind where you stop trying to rush what hasn't arrived yet. You've done enough for today. You've carried enough. You've thought enough. You've worried enough. Now let yourself be. Let yourself exist without pressure, even if just for a little while. Because while you rest, while you let go, even slightly, life is still moving. Things are still aligning. What is meant for you is still making its way toward you, quietly, steadily, inevitably. So, breathe. Not the shallow kind of breath you take without noticing. Not the rushed inhale that never quite reaches your chest. A real breath. Slow it down. Let it travel all the way in, past the surface, past the tension, into the places that have been tight for far too long. And then, gently let it go. Again, breathe in. And this time, notice how much you've been holding. Not just air, but thoughts, pressure, expectations, unspoken fears. Now exhale and imagine releasing even a fraction of that weight. You don't have to drop all of it at once. Just a little. That's enough for now. Loosen your grip. You've been holding on so tightly, haven't you? To plans, to outcomes, to the way you thought things should have gone, to timelines that didn't match reality, to people who didn't stay, to versions of life that never fully formed. And somewhere along the way, holding on started to feel like survival. Like if you just held tighter, tried harder, controlled more, things would finally fall into place. But look at you for a moment, tired, not because you're weak, but because you've been strong for too long without rest. Because holding everything together has been exhausting. So gently, without force, loosen your grip, not by giving up, but by giving yourself permission to stop fighting everything at once. Let your shoulders drop, let your jaw unclench, let your mind soften, even if just slightly. You don't need to carry it all right now. Close your eyes if you need to, not to escape, but to return to yourself, to this moment, to the quiet space that still exists beneath all the noise. Because even in the middle of everything, there is still a part of you that is calm, a part of you that is untouched by the chaos, a part of you that knows, somehow, that you're going to be okay. And remember this, not something you heard once and forgot, not something that sounds nice but feels distant. Really remember this, something good is coming, not in a vague, distant, maybe someday kind of way, but in a real, tangible, undeniable way. Something good, something that will make sense of moments that feel confusing right now, something that will connect dots you can't yet see, something that will shift things, not all at once, but enough for you to feel it. And not just something good, something real, not temporary, not fragile, not something that disappears the moment you start to rely on it. Something steady, something that stays, something that meets you where you are, instead of asking you to become someone else first. Something that doesn't require you to prove your worth before it arrives. Something that feels like alignment, like relief, like finally exhaling after holding your breath for longer than you realized. And here's the part you may not have fully admitted to yourself. You've been waiting for this, even if you couldn't name it, even if you didn't know exactly what it would look like, even if you tried to convince yourself you didn't need it. There's been a quiet longing inside you, a pull towards something more, something softer, something clearer, something that feels like home. And that longing, it wasn't random, it was pointing you somewhere, towards something that is already finding its way to you. Even now, even in this moment, even while you're sitting here, unsure, tired, still figuring things out, it's already moving, which means you don't have to chase it. You don't have to run yourself into the ground trying to reach it faster. You don't have to force doors open that aren't ready. You don't have to prove, convince, or struggle your way into what is already meant for you. Because what is truly meant for you doesn't require you to become someone else to receive it. It meets you, it finds you, it aligns with you. And yet, effort matters, growth matters, showing up matters. But exhaustion is not the requirement for receiving something good. You don't have to earn restlessness. You don't have to deserve peace by suffering endlessly first. So let yourself stop, just for a moment. Let yourself exist without striving, without fixing, without overthinking every possible outcome. Just be here, right now, breathing, present, still standing, even after everything. And in this space, you are already enough. You are already in motion. You are already closer than you think. So stay here, not stuck, but grounded, not waiting in fear, but resting in trust. Ready, not by doing more, but by allowing. Ready to receive, ready to notice, ready to accept what is already making its way toward you. And now, rest, not as an escape, but as a return to yourself. Let your mind slow down, let your body soften, let the constant alertness fade, even if just a little, because you've been alert for too long. You've been bracing for impact that never came. You've been preparing for worst-case scenarios that never arrived. And that kind of tension deserves to be released. So rest. Even if your thoughts are still a little loud, even if you don't feel completely calm yet, rest anyway. Because while you rest, life continues. Things shift, paths clear, moments align, and what is meant for you keeps moving closer, quietly, patiently, unstoppably. So breathe again, loosen your grip a little more, and hold on to this gently. It's coming, not because you forced it, not because you chased it perfectly, but because it was always on its way, and you are finally allowing yourself to be here when it arrives.